Hey everyone, it's the Eclectic Candyman. Today I've got this pretty cool Craftsman 30-inch two-door cabinet in black with the red trim, and it's got a nice kind of wooden top. Got it from SEARS, believe it or not Lowe's. This is part number 959004. I picked it up last year on Sears.com for about $230. There were some discounts and such, but then the shipping, Sears is not very competitive in their shipping, so I paid about $45 for this to get this shipped out. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the box, assemble it quickly, and take a look at it and review it. All right, let's get into it. Couple of small imperfections, probably from shipping. This little dent right here, but I could pull that out. And actually, there's going to be the wood top on here. And then, if I can get down in here, it's a little difficult to see, but there's actually a dent right in here. It's very subtle. You can kind of see it right there. But again, it's hardly noticeable. You can see the bowing right there, but not expected. I mean, normally if there was a local Sears, probably would have tried to get those two parts warranted, but not a big deal for right now. We'll keep putting this together. So I'm having to use my rethread kit here for this M6 bolt because the threads, just from the factory, checking all my adjustments and everything, making sure the plates are all aligned, they just were garbage from the get-go. That's why I wasn't able to screw it in. So thankfully I have this rethread kit. It is not a tap. It's not creating a new set of threads. It's actually just chasing after it and rethreading. So pretty handy, just using a little bit of cutting oil, and hopefully this fixes it. If not, we'll have 3 bolts, and well, that'll have to do. Woo, worked like a charm. I should have made a separate Eclectic Handyman video about using that rethread kit. Who knows, someday I will. Anyway, let's finish this cabinet up. All right, so assembly is complete on this Craftsman 2-door 30-inch base cabinet. It took me probably 30 minutes to an hour to get it done. I could have done it a little faster without all the fumbling around with the box and whatnot. Not very difficult to assemble, other than a few of those little quirks, which honestly I am a little disappointed. There were probably 4 small dents. You know, there's one on the front that's really the only one that matters. The remaining ones were in the shell. I was able to kind of work those out, or they were insignificant. And then that one thread on the bottom that I had to use the rethread kit. Thankfully I had that, but your average, you know, person buying this may not. And so fortunate to be able to fix that. So a couple little hurdles there that are unusual. Other than that, I would have said it was pretty easy to put together. I like the wood block construction on the top. This is a nice work surface. I will enjoy this. I have another workbench, but it's constantly, just has all kinds of things on it. Probably like you all, every time there's a flat surface in the garage, stuff gets end up putting on it. And then you have to wait till you got a break or whatever to clean the garage and organize. I'm kind of bad with that. So I'm hoping to keep this surface maybe somewhat open so that if I need to work on something or something small or fix something, maybe do some small engine repair, work on the carburetors on those old things or something like that, I can do it on top of here or on the workbench. It does have a locking mechanism on it, so that it did come with a set of keys. It also came with this sticker. I'm not going to put it on there, even though this sticker will surely increase the value by $100. I'm not going to use it. That's the new logo. That's not really the style of my garage. Now, the instruction manual, just one thing about it, again, pretty simple to put together, but let me focus in on this for a second. There are 4 different, and it's not totally important, but ending in 01, 02, 03, and 04, and they're actually different models. I had the 04 base cabinet, but there's one with a door. That would have been kind of cool. And then there's the ones for the wall that could be installed. This did come with anchor bolts, which I have right here, that could have been installed without the legs on the wall. And so it's made for a garage system, but I'm not going to be using that. Now, the only thing I don't care about it really is that it doesn't match my other toolboxes, which are the black and silver. I believe this is from the 3000 series. And regardless of which series or model, just that red, but it's no big deal. You know, I have a little bit of eclectic mix. Not everything matches, but I think overall the cabinet's fine. It serves its purpose. So go ahead, open it up. You see, I just added a couple things in here. We've got the, we can see what can go in here, but maybe you've got some extra jack stands. I've got a saw here, Craftsman saw. You know, it's a good storage cabinet, obviously. Not really anything for doors or hand tools. This isn't a toolbox. It's good for some storage. I'll probably line up several things like this, maybe put some jack stands, larger items that don't always fit in the toolbox. I'll be putting those in there. As far as the gauge of metal or steel that they're using here, it's not very thick. As I mentioned, it's got some dents on it. I did pry out those ones. There was one up here by hand. You shouldn't have to do that when you're buying something like this, but you know what? I can't be picky. There's only like 15 Sears stores left in the country. I do like Craftsman. I've gotten this from Lowe's or Ace or something similar or comparable, probably. But I did get like some deals, like I had mentioned. It was just the shipping that kind of offset it. But this is a nice cabinet. I had a space in the corner right next to the workbench that this can go next to. And so not super sturdy. Now the feet on it, they're not like wheels or casters you saw when I put it together. So it's a stationary cabinet. I did adjust it, leveled it, make sure that it's working nicely. It's got magnets right here so they close pretty nicely. No slow close or anything like that. But overall, it's a great cabinet. And so I'm happy with this. I'll load this up, keep some of my things that are on the floor better organized, a little bit of a work surface here. And again, this wood is quite sturdy, so you've got a nice wood block here that you can work on top of. You could even, if you needed to, put a small vise on here or some other tool if you wanted to, so quite handy. I think for the value, it's spot on. I think for about $200 for this construction, it's pretty good. I might try to track down with Sears and see if they'll warranty this. I did buy this several months ago, but I'm not going to sweat it. You can barely see that. It's only at certain light angles, and it's going to be over in the corner. Once again, reviewing this Craftsman 30-inch 2-door base cabinet with drawer model number 59004. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like Craftsman videos like this or looking at some of my new older stock made in the USA tools, make sure to subscribe, give a thumbs up. And until next time, this is the Eclectic Candyman. We'll see you later.